gracefully, humbly. Yeah, you can get your shine on. Once again, you are amazing. You are a miracle. You are a walking miracle. You are unconditional love in the flesh. You deserve to be honored each and every place that you go. But once again, that energy is something that you don when you heal, when you recognize your own beauty within. And when you recognize your beauty within, you see nothing but beauty outside of you. You see nothing but beauty in reflections. Not division, not labeling, not harm, not pity, not sorrow or sympathy. Empathy and compassion for all expressions of the Creator doing what they have to do to recognize themselves. Beauty, true beauty, deep beauty. The most gorgeous souls are those beyond judgment, those who see the beauty of God in others. That's what namaste means. That's what namaste means. I recognize the God in you. Why? Because I recognize the beauty of myself. I recognize God within. So I understand. I done been through the ringer a lot. I know it ain't easy out here. I know it ain't easy. It's tough. But life is beautiful. That's what beauty looks like. That's what beauty sounds like. Kindness. That's how God feels. When you have this, when you can speak to folks regardless of where they are on their journey at their level and not feel as if you are somehow separated or in another category or tax bracket or what have you amongst them. These are your brothers and sisters. Period. These are reflections of self. Period. When you experience that and you're able to continue to cultivate that, then you radiate divine beauty more and more each and every day. This is where you have your crown on. Beyond gender, beyond race, beyond separation, period. This is where you wear a crown. God or goddess, period. Love. There are no gender separations up there. That's only down here stuff to identify with the physical vehicle. That's down here stuff. Up there stuff? No. Divine, masculine, and feminine in one. God manifest. Period. God and goddess. The queen knows they're a king. The king knows he's a queen as well. A divine light being. Divine light being is both divine, masculine, and feminine in one form. And opposed to blah, 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 just cut it out. That's down here stuff. That's only down here stuff, not up there. We very quick to pull the separation stuff into the divine world as we articulate, because we still holding on to those programs and feeling we're the physical vehicle and identifying with our sexual organs. Come on here. We healing. This is what healing looks like. Real healing. No labels, no doubt. Like I'm about the divine feminine, the magic pussy. I'm about to get you with it. Relax. Down here stuff. Heal. When you're in this space of deep compassion and acceptance of all, beloved, once again, I'm extremely passionate about this subject matter because this is where your path takes a turn. Because this is where your path becomes easier and more enjoyable. This is where the soothing grace of an expansion experience can take place. When you step beyond division, when you step beyond healthy and unhealthy, rich and poor, good and bad, right and wrong, fair and unfair. Beyond those illusions is the absolute truth of your brilliance. Girl and boy, all within the world of division. All of those are illusions. This is based in separation. That's down here stuff. Now, once again, we are here to have a human experience, and I'm not necessarily discrediting the nature of duality because it serves us. It continues to serve us. It's just that as we evolve and become more sophisticated, integration is the purpose of us being here. This is the foundation of the higher self experience and pulling in and recognizing all aspects of self as self, the one. Not the two, the one. This is where we heal and evolve and step into the flow of wearing a divine crown. The one. This is what this is about. The one, beloved. You. The chosen one. You. We can do this. We know you can do this. Super close, but once again, we're still in the process of kind of shaking off old programs and realities, and there's all these influencers and people talking, and, once again, just talking. And, we get these golden phrases and coin words and so on and so forth and run with them and start to attempt to translate and articulate the nature of what we feel. It's just that, once again, there's always more. There's always more healing to do. Observe and be open. Be open to what life is showing you, to that which you're being guided to, so there's a deeper sense of recognition of the divine truth. And then, of course, when you recognize that truth, when you need to tap into the feminine energy in certain scenarios and cases and experience that, or the masculine aspect of self, you can go to those spaces. You can tap into that energy and act out and carry out the work of that particular archetype. But once again, you always come home. That's the point. Being able to come home to absolute truth. Don the archetypes, make the decisions, do what you need to do in the physical vehicle, but always come home. The one, God. Always come home, beloved. It's a paradox because we get to do that. We get to go out and be the archetype in whichever place, shape, or form when it comes to our personal situations and circumstances and the work here in the world. But once again, as the creator, experiencing itself is a matter of us being here in the world, but not of the world. Not of the world. In the world, but not of the world. I can be in the world. I was in the world all day yesterday. I was hauling the hose. I was kicking it yesterday. I was in the world. But trust me, I came home. Beyond all them shenanigans and so on and so forth, all that stuff, I came home after that. Continuously. This is where you get to accept yourself and do what you're doing and have a good time. But once again, you always return to the absolute truth of your presence here. You recognize what you're doing here. And yeah, this is a hologram. I'm not stuck in this identity with these expectations and this framing or this false sense. I'm not stuck there. I know that's fluid. That's not sustainable. What's sustainable is the peace within myself. That's home. That's where I can always come to. Beyond the ego games and the emotions and the situations and circumstances, when the party over and your company leave, or when all that stuff, when you get in an argument, when it's over with, just come on home. That's where you can recognize the nature of the story and reflect on the decisions that you're making and the catalysts that are being presented to you on a daily basis. The external dramas and relationships and decisions that need to be made. This is where you can reflect on those catalysts of your evolution, your emotional evolution and spiritual evolution. Home. This is where your love expands. Your decisions become more proficient and efficient. Home. This is where you're safe. It's when you got to worry about all this stuff and mandates and what people are doing. You got to worry about none of that. Home is where you're always safe. This is about making your experience enjoyable and beautiful. It doesn't have to be hard. You got to be struggling and battling people and trying to convince folks and defending yourself from people and what they think about you and talk about you and feel about you, and we posting all these subliminal, passive-aggressive memes and quotes on social media, like feeling like we low, like nobody see that we defending ourselves. You're defending yourself when we do this stuff. Yeah, the only reason such and such people do this is because they insecure. I see you looking at my page and you don't like my pictures because y'all don't be... Stop defending yourself. Love yourself. Put down your guard. Allow people to do whatever they're going to do. Allow them. Your focus is not on their pain. Your focus is on your love. Allow them to do all this passive-aggressive stuff. That don't mean you need to get passive-aggressive and send side shots or sneak disses, not necessarily addressing people, but writing it just so y'all know. Relax. It's okay. Allow them. Allow life. Everybody's doing the best that they can. If a person is self-hatred and so on, let them do that. You can't control how people talk. Some of the people like, yeah, they treat me like this and try to call me out my name, call me a boy and nigga and this. And I'm like, dog, look, you're past the point of being emotionally manipulated. You should be past the point of being emotionally manipulated. Somebody call you out your name, and now you all in this chaotic energy. Once again, the people who control your emotions control your life. Whoever get to say stuff to you and you lose control, they are in control of you. You are a slave to them psychologically. When a person gets to control your behavior or how you feel. No one gets to control how I feel. No one deserves that type of power to control how I feel. You address people based on what you see internally. I can't help if you see something less than the creator. That's on you. That's your work. The only thing I can do as an example is accept you. Accept your experience. Accept what's taking place and be an example of unconditional love. That's the only thing I can do. Be an example of unconditional love and divine strength. You do not control me. You do not get to control my emotions. This is called being sturdy. This is being sturdy. This is being grounded. This is being emotionally mature for all the empaths out there that continue to run away from people. And I don't want to be in this space because this energy bothers me and I can't be around these types of people because their chakras or what. Like, yeah. That means you got to heal, beloved. Everybody deserves God love. You're not here to run away from folks and be tap dancing because they ain't got sage at the house. Like, what you doing? You're here to serve. Your sensitivity is a gift. It's a reflection of your wisdom. Now it's just necessary to be wise enough to ground yourself and be in your own energy to the point where you can be around other individuals and not be manipulated by how they feel. Not be manipulated by how they feel. Because they're in this energy doesn't mean you have to participate. That doesn't mean you don't have to participate in any of that. But once again, grounding, beloved, this is what this is all, that meditation, all that kind of stuff. You can go and be around whoever you want to and still make your own decisions. Still make your own decisions. Still be the creator. Still make your own decisions physically, emotionally, and energetically. Make your own decisions about what you're going to do, what you're going to entertain, or if they gossiping, you ain't got to participate. You can just chill. Recognizing everybody doing the absolute best that they can. This is where you hold that space of unconditional love for the people around you. This is where you hold that space for them. This is where you're aiding them and radiating that energy of acceptance, of knowing. You know, but look, hey, y'all do what y'all got to do. Everybody got to do what they got to do anyway. I ain't got to try to be the hero and step in and tell people what they should and should not do. That's not my spot. That's not my role. I'm not here to violate nobody's free will. If that's what y'all want to get into, please, by all means. I'm not tripping. But I get to decide what I do. I get to decide what I do. And once again, you're loving on yourself enough, they know you got that leadership in you, they're going to follow suit. Like, well, it was funny a little bit, but, you know, he ain't laughing, so I'm cool. Maybe that might not be cool, us picking on this dude like that. Maybe, you know what I mean? Son ain't doing it. Like, this is where you take the lead through example. Not through force, not through bullying, not through fire with fire. Just be there. Continue to be divine. Wear your crown in front of everybody. Even when they done took theirs off and whatever. Y'all do that. I'm doing this. This is called taking the lead. A lot of times you're going to be in situations where you're the only one that decide to do what you do. But once again, this is called taking the lead. This is called not following the crowd because everybody else is doing it.